You're watching the Hampton Classic Horse Show on WVVH-TV, Hamptons Television.
We are back here with the winner of the $250,000 Hampton Classic Grand Prix presented by Longines, Karen Poley. Karen, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Any way in the world you can tell us what it feels like right now for you?
Well, there's not really words to explain it, but it feels so exciting and so amazing.
Well, you turned in an amazing performance. We have with us Olympic silver medalist Peter Leone. Peter?
Karen, you and your little horse, who is amazing, and your chemistry together with him is magical. You always just are in such good form out here on this field. What is it about this show, the Hampton Classic, and this field? You're just always in it, and today was no surprise. What is it about this field?
I think Wings jumps really well on grass, and the atmosphere here, the crowd, and just the way the ring is set up, I think makes us both really excited and just perform our best.
You're at home on this big stage, and what a great win for you, your team, and your country of Japan.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Well, enjoy every minute of it. You earned it over an Olympic-level field with Olympic medalists, riders from 9 countries, and #1 today, Karen, you.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Hampton Classic and our wonderful partner, Longines, we welcome you all to what is one of the great moments we get to experience every year when we honor the top finishers of the $250,000 Hampton Classic Grand Prix presented by Longines. As you can see, we have a very distinguished head table. At the far end, we have Guilherme George, and of the thousands of course designers there are around the world, Guilherme was chosen as the course designer for next year's Olympic Games in Rio. And we have been extremely proud to have him here with us at the Hampton Classic. And I can guarantee you there's 3 riders sitting at this head table who love the job that he did here today. Next to Guy is someone who's been up here before, the winner of this year's Longines Rider Challenge for the best overall performance throughout the week here at the Hampton Classic, from Ireland, Shane Sweetnam. Next to Shane is somebody I think we all know at this point, someone we have come to cherish as a very dear friend and partner of the Hampton Classic, Vice President and Head of International Marketing for Longines, Mr. Juan Carlos Capelli. I'm now going to skip down to this end of the table. Next to me, to my immediate right, our 3rd place finisher here today, a veteran of the Canadian equestrian team, has represented his country internationally, our 3rd place finisher, Chris Sorensen. Next to Chris is someone who has been one of the most successful riders on our U.S. Grand Prix circuit for decades, has represented our country international many times, has won major events in this country and all around the world. From the U.S., Todd Minicus. And this, as you know, is the 40th annual Hampton Classic. In the previous 39 years, 36 times the winning rider has been riding for the United States. Only 3 times previously with Tim Grubb, Derek Herons, and last year Kevin Babington has the winning rider been riding for another country. But please join me in congratulating the champion of the 2015 Hampton Classic Grand Prix presented by Longines, Karen Poley. I have to tell you, as we were walking up from the ring, it was like the most fun walk I have ever had, because Karen kept saying, I can't believe I won this at the Hampton Classic. So Karen, tell us, if you can, just what you are feeling right at this moment.
Well, I think I'm in a little bit of shock right now, because this is definitely the biggest win in my career. So I'm very, very, very excited.
And Mr. Capelli, I would like to ask you about your feelings on today's competition. It had drama, it had excitement. Can you tell us what you thought of this great Grand Prix we had here today?
Today was a fantastic country. We have incredible riders, of course very well designed, also very well organized. It's always a pleasure to come here because it is also a public who knows what is show jumping. And you can see today how it's different because we have ladies, men competing together at the same time, and also a young lady, a mature man, and all, and we have a young lady to win one of the best events in years. And for that, I can say that show jumping, the open sport is unique for that.
Well, we thank you so much. I know that you and all of us here share a passion for the sport of show jumping, and Longines has done so much to help us here at the Hampton Classic, and of course show jumping in this country and around the world. And we're so thankful for your support of us and partnering with us, and we're so glad that you're here with us today. We will open it up to questions right now. Michelle will bring you a microphone, and feel free to ask questions of anyone at the head table. Jalen.
Hi Karen, congratulations. Could you maybe tell us a little bit about your horse and your partnership, and also just about your horse's personality, and then also what you thought of the course today?
My horse's name is Wings. He's 12 years old. I've had him since he was 7, so we sort of grew up together. We started in the low juniors and then worked our way up to the Grand Prix. And I think he's the perfect horse. I mean, he's brave, he's scopy, he's careful. You couldn't ask for a better horse than this one. And the course today, I mean, I thought it was big and tricky, but I never feel like I'm overpaced on him, and he always does.
Nancy.
Karen, I've seen you ride a lot, and I don't think I've ever seen the Japanese flag next to your name before. Can you tell me a little bit about that and what your hopes are, perhaps in terms of representing the country?
I switched to Japan last Florida, so it's been a little over a year and a half ago. I'm really excited to come here for Japan. Japan actually just qualified a team spot for Rio this past week, so I'm very, very excited about that as well.
And of course, Olympics after Rio will be in Japan, so I imagine you have your eye maybe a little bit, at least hopefully, on that. How could you not? Exactly. John.
Karen, what were you thinking as you went in the ring before the jump off? Since before you had a rail, what were you thinking you needed to do? And you lost your stirrup on the oxer at the third last foot. What was that?
Well, when you have to go clear to win, it actually adds a lot of pressure. In a sense, I mean, it's obviously a nice position to be in, but it's a lot of pressure because it's sort of yours to lose at that point. So I was definitely nervous, but I tried to go medium fast so that if I did have a rail, I would still be in contention. And the reason I lost my stirrup is I didn't meet the double the best, so we had to make a huge effort out, and it just sort of helped out. But I got it back before the next one.
Chris, the start of this class, it proved very difficult for a lot of the horses, and the scores were high at first, and you were the first one to master it, of course. Did you watch some of those early rounds and make any adjustments, or did you stick with your original plan?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for the watch, because I've been trying to get one of these for a long time. And I've been close, but I haven't quite got one yet. Thank you for that. I'm lucky enough to know that horse very, very well, and we pretty much stick to our plan. I've been lucky to show him in a lot of places, and being here is fantastic. The Hamptons like nothing I've ever seen. It's my first time showing here, and we've been lucky to be in the U.S. and Europe, and I've never seen a show so well run, and fantastic spectators that know what's going on and cheer when they know something as good has happened. So going early wasn't easy, but I'm lucky to be there with the horse that I know.
Yeah, it's like,
Is there anything to say about that rail that went down? Anything behind that?
Well, for starters, I'd like to say congratulations to Karen for that's a great win. I used to train Karen for a little while, and so this is nice. That the one thing that she forgot though was when you're in the jump off, we always play old guy wins. So I don't know what she wasn't the best of students, obviously. But anyway, no, I was just trying to go at a nice pace, and I came into the combination. I thought nice, not too hot. And, I did leg her to come out, and I think I just legged her, and she tinked the front rail there, and that was it.
So I want to hear more about when you used to train Karen, and did you ever think, when did you think like, oh, she might beat me one day?
Well, she's always been a very good rider, and long before I helped her for a while, that she was always competitive and won a lot. And then I helped her through one Florida circuit, and and With Wings is a very special horse, and it's a great match, her and that horse, so Japan's lucky to have her.
Jeremy, could you tell us what you thought made the first round so difficult, so hard for riders to go through on?
Well, I think the level of competition here at the Hampton Classic has always been very high on this Grand Prix on Sunday. We had a good group of horses and riders. The weather has been really nice, so it's always a long Grand Prix here. We try to incorporate the double obstacles, the water jump, which is very nice. You don't see that very often anymore, and that's very important because that's tradition of our sport, so that's very nice to see. And of course, it always, for that, it takes a special horse, a horse that has more experience normally. So I think we also had, I think it goes both for horse and riders. We saw a lot of rails of young horses, and I think also from not so experienced riders that ride on this kind of competition. This is a truly international event. If you go to Dublin, to Hickstead, to Spruce Meadows, you see the grass fields like this. So it's always a bigger challenge. And of course, it is traditional here to have a difficult Grand Prix, so I wanted to stay with the tradition of the event. And I think we had a good result in the end, with 4 rounds.
Shane, it seemed all week long we were speaking with you following win after win after win, to the point that you ran away and clinched the Longines Rider Challenge. Really, I think before we got to yesterday, your performance is consistently outstanding, and I can tell you everybody was rooting for you out there today, and I'm sure it was a bit frustrating to have that rail at the end there, but overall, an outstanding Hampton Classic. Any thoughts you'd care to share with us right now?
Yeah, I had a great week, all week. Even today, I still finished 6th with the last rail. I messed it up myself. I think I should have been clear, but the horse is still only 9, so he's only going to get better. Hopefully, I'll win next year. But I'd like to thank Longines for this opportunity. It's a great thing for the riders to focus on. You know, to get 30,000 plus a beautiful watch. It's a great thing, you know, you don't normally get this at a show. And it was definitely a target of mine from the start of the week to push for it. And we got it. Like I said, yesterday I was confirmed, so I had less pressure today about it. So I was very happy.
You know, often at major events, the winner does get a watch, but I don't know how often it happens. Here we're sitting with 4 watches for riders at the head table. And of course, Paul O'Shea took one home yesterday as well. So we thank you, Mr. Capelli, what Longines does for this event. These riders deserve it. There's no question about it. Thank you so much. Any other questions? John?
Could the 3 of you please give us your ages?
I don't think Todd will. 33. 29.
23.
And I'll quickly mention, because I know the media are often interested in this, not only is she a brilliant rider, but Karen is a brilliant student. In just a few more days, she'll be starting her senior year at Yale. And I guess when you go to school this weekend, you'll be able to fly without wings. I know that line's probably been used before, but in this case, very applicable.
Yeah, I just want to open it up to the whole panel. With the individuals who want to get into competitive jumping and riding, what will be I'm sure you guys all obtain advice over the years, but if there's one crucial advice you'd like to pass along to the future generation of riders, what will be the advice each of you like to pass on?
I think this is a fantastic sport because it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of work, and I think working with the animals really teaches the kids responsibility. So I think that hard work and pushing through hard times, I think most riders will tell you there's a lot more tough days than good days. So I think working hard and working through the tough times is a great skill and definitely a necessary skill for up-and-coming riders.
I always have the theme of pay attention to what the horse is telling you, and take care of your horse.
This is sort of similar to Todd, but the horse always comes first, and I do everything. I always start with my horse first when I get the schedule or putting the plan or anything like that.
Two things. Obviously, work is a major thing in any sport. I mean, these sports the same. Every single one of these riders here, or even in the high junior amateurs, they work their release off. And then you have to have a program that you believe in, and you stick to it as much as you can. You have to have a plan.
Anybody else before we let our riders go celebrate? Tony.
I just answered that. I don't need a mic.
You never have needed a mic.
No, I've never needed a mic. What I love about this sport, and I was saying it to my table guests, it's a partnership. We forget sometimes that most sports, most Olympic sports are a single athlete. We're lucky to have two, but that makes it the challenge, and you guys did it great.
Well, on behalf of the Hampton Classic and our partner Longines, I would like to congratulate Guy on setting a magnificent course that produced a very, very exciting competition. I'd like to congratulate the winner of our Longines Rider Challenge, Shane Sweetnam. And once again, Mr. Capelli, we would all like to thank Longines for all that you do for the Hampton Classic and for equestrian sports worldwide. And when we finish, I'll just say, riders, you can't go yet because we posed for some pictures here in front of the backdrop, so stick with us. But Chris, Todd, congratulations, and Karen, you are the champion of the 2015 Hampton Classic Grand Prix.
What an exciting end to this great Hampton Classic 40th edition. Congratulations, Jeanette.
Thank you, Ernie. It was a wonderful week, and we look forward to doing it all again next year.
And thank you, Marty, for, in addition to all your duties here at the Hampton Classic Horse Show, for working with us to make this the most pleasurable viewing experience for our viewers between you and our Peter Leone. Peter?
Ernie, it was a super Sunday. I had so much fun sharing the sport with all our viewers this week. Congratulations, Hampton Classic.
After about 40 hours of live television, I think it's time for us to wrap up and celebrate this great Hampton Classic Horse Show. For WVVH and our superior team of people, and for the Hampton Classic Horse Show, thank you for all that you guys do in allowing us to bring equestrian competition live to our viewers. So we'll see you for our 41st edition. For WVVH, I'm Ernie Shimizi. Thank you.
You're watching the Hampton Classic Horse Show on WVVH-TV, Hamptons Television.